Filling IPA.
Son, you want to die?
In bunches.
The Euro. Showtime. Steph Curry. Bang! Nice time. Draymond inside. Oh, what a fake. And the flush.
Brooklyn, the Bay. Nets Warriors tonight at 8:30 p.m. on ABC.
See the first half numbers. Philadelphia 53% from the field. Big difference right now. The free throw shooting, 6 of 7. Suns have yet to attempt a free throw. Here is Maxey, swings a pass to Thibault, who makes a beeline to the rim.
Well, he's in there for defense. I mean, they'll take his points when they can get him, but defensively, he's above his pay grade right now. You know, to be a young player and expectations involved, he can flat out defend.
23-year-old leads the NBA deflections as Dario takes a little handoff from CP3 to get it up and in.
Look for Chris Paul to be a little bit more aggressive offensively with Embiid off the floor.
Here's the drive, a little bump outside from Cam Johnson along on Korkmaz.
Embiid's not in there now, so Chris Paul, although Dwight Howard's still a tremendous defender, but he's not taken up with in the lane. You know, so Chris Paul's able to negotiate in there and find his teammates.
Korkmaz, 23 years of age, in his 4th year out of Turkey. The first-round pick by Philadelphia back in the 2016 draft. Had 7 points in the loss Thursday night there in Portland as he gets 2 more free throws here for Philadelphia. Paul weaves his way through traffic, sets up Cam on the drive. Gets a pass to Dario.
This is what they miss from Sarge. I mean, he can shoot the three, obviously, but he can get the rebound and lead the break. He has very good ball handling skills, but right there in the paint is where he's very valuable.
Who comes up with a steal? Sets up Equan for the easy 2. Well, going back to Dario, too, you love the fact that his first 2 shots were in the paint. Same thing with Cam Payne. Guys who have been out for long stretches love getting those easy points rather than trying to take a contested 3 for your first shot back.
It just gives you confidence. And Dario, as I noted, he can lead a break and make the right decisions. It just gives you confidence. I mean, the key to everything is to see it go through the rim. And when you do, you feel confident to do some other things.
Howard at the line. Win $5,000 cash through the First Bank Bank Shot Challenge. Upload a video of your best trick shot at suns.com/bankshot. 10 finalists will eventually compete. One champion will win $5,000. All finalists will go home with $500.
Dwight Howard has moved all around that circle on the free throw line, and legally you can't. I mean, a few weeks ago he was almost to the top of the key. Now he's moved back toward the free throw line. He can't make up his mind. And he just made a couple right there.
That's what happens when you're shooting 49% from the strike. Crowder trying to slide that one through traffic, knocked out of bounds. Mike Scott on the floor here for Doc Rivers' team. He's just his 9th game as he's been dealing with some knee issues.
Yeah, he's a professional scorer. That's what he is.
Beautiful pocket pass from CP3. Threaded that one between 2 defenders.
Right there, look, anytime you get the ball in the paint with the Dwight Howard around, you're going to get hit. I mean, just know. I mean, it's almost like, back in the day playing against Detroit, Bill Lambier or Dennis Rodman. or Maurice Lucas,
Kevin Willis,
Xavier McDaniel, Kevin Willis, Larry, they call him Mr. Mean Smith. I mean, any of them guys you knew, Calvin Knapp, you knew when you were on the floor that if you were trying to lay it up and they were in the vicinity, just know that you're going to get hit. And I think that's what the Suns' mentality have to be here against Dwight Howard. I applaud him for reinventing the way that he played. This is talking about a potential MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He will be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. But he is out there to intimidate, and the Suns have to be ready for it.
Yeah, surprised some people because it seemed like a foregone conclusion that he was going to go back to L.A. where he was part of that championship team. But then a last-minute change of hearts was baited into coming to Philadelphia. Another beautiful pass from CP3 to Dario, but couldn't get that finish.
Well, so Dario didn't attack him. He should have attacked Dwight Howard. He was in the circle. So any kind of combustion right there would have been a block on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think that's one of those where Dario maybe not quite confident in the ankle just yet. Timeout on the floor. Philly by 3.
Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars.
Missing 13 games and, well, kind of pick it up right where he left off, EJ.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's definitely healthy. He's not out there just to try to feel his way. He's gotten right into the mix, and that's where his value is taking up space in the paint, being alert, and then you scoop it up, lead the break effectively.
I was talking with the media yesterday, and if you look, you can see Dario with a little different look. As cleanly shaven as you're going to see Dario. It's not a full clean shave, but got a haircut, and he said, yeah, it was getting to the point where, couldn't really see the rim and ready for a shave. And I think like a lot of folks during this pandemic, it's like, I just got to do something different. But he says, I'm just ready to get through the rest of the season here. Moore on the catch and shoot. Yeah, Dario had talked about having to go through the battle of COVID, trying to lift weights at home, ride a bike at home. Once he got through that initial stage, is Maxey just going in attack mode to the rim.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just not a great time. Not just here, but in the world. I mean, so everyone's had to make adjustments, and Dario's had to make his share without a doubt.
Yeah, he said the hardest part was just as he got closer to returning was just sitting and watching because the team was really beginning to play well. Maxey inside again, met that time by Crowder. And then CP3 just rips it away from Howard. Here's Cam, nice behind the back move on the attack. And Cam with the finish and the foul.
And I know Suns fans, they hear our telecasts all the time, and I'm continually just, up here pushing Cam to just get off the three mentality. You're better than that. Leave that to other guys. You can knock the three down, but guess what? You can do that too. More threes because of it. You just saw that, the slick ball handling just to get himself open. He is capable of doing that. We've seen a good sample size over the last 2 years that he's more than capable of doing it. And now it's just a matter of just continually lifting up his confidence to go for it when he has a chance.
And, of course, Monty experimenting with Cam in the starting lineup. And while he had a couple of good games, his numbers all dropped kind of across the board. But it is clear now in his games off the bench, at least for the time being, he is much more comfortable, averaging nearly 12.5 points per game, shooting 47% from the field. Ayton back on the floor. Deep three, uncorked by Chris Paul. Just rims out.
Seems like every shot the Suns get, though, it's a hand in their face. It's not like they're getting open looks.
Well, you can bet that Philadelphia came in here intent as they're in the midst of a very tough 4-game road trip that will close out against the league's best Utah on Monday. As Moore able to knock down a little elbow jumper, ties it up at 36.
Korkmaz cannot guard E'Twaun Moore. Anytime E'Twaun Moore gets the ball, he needs to attack him. No way.
Matisse Thybulle. Simmons gets the double.
He traveled, too. Thank you.
Eagle eye, Eddie Johnson from the Bird's Nest here at Phoenix Suns Arena.
E'Twaun Moore right there. Korkmaz cannot do anything with him. Too quick, too good offensively. And Ben Simmons on this end, I thought he's playing double dutch. It is afternoon time. It's nice and warm out in Phoenix. All those young kids out there.
Break out the rope.
That can, be around each other. Yeah. And, double dutch is like social distancing. That rope is so long.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you a double dutch guy?
No, I was a hopscotch guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hopscotch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do tell. I look forward to that.
I was good at hopscotch. Yeah.
We got to break out some of the. Have to have Sheila Simpson, our stage manager, break out the chalk. And Simmons on the drive inside has it ripped behind by Moore. We whistled for the foul, but I want to see some of that smooth shooter.
Oh yeah, man! I've hopped through them squares like nothing, man. Yeah.
Our director Dan Sequin's calling you out right now.
Yeah, he's always beating me up, man. Because he's old and I'm old, but I'm a little bit more versatile than he is. So that's why.
Now, when you did the hopscotch, did you do like where the heel kicked your backside too? I mean, were you that?
Yeah, I used to do all kind of stuff. Like I could turn around, do a little 360, 180. Stay in between the square. Yeah.
Goodness. Like the circus came to town when EJ was hopscotch. Hey, All-Star voting ending February 16th, so you want to get on it. Fans can vote at NBA.com/vote on the NBA app or retweet or reply with a hashtag of any NBA's player's first and last name or Twitter handle, along with a hashtag NBA All-Star. Each tweet may include only one player's name or handle. Today's votes count twice, so make sure you stuff the ballot box with your favorites. Like that guy, Devin Booker, Chris Paul. The Suns turn it over. They're sixth.
Yeah, Aiden gets a foul. There's not many fouls been in this game. I mean, the Suns 8 personal fouls, no one with more than one. And Philadelphia, likewise, only 4 fouls Philadelphia has committed in the
long three off the mark. Booker on the drive and kick sets up campaign.
You see that? I mean, you would think he would have gotten a good look on that penetration from Devin. They recover extremely well.
Here's Moore, sets up the flyby by Danny Green and delivers the three-point corner hit.
I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I'm going to keep reminding Suns fans, because I said it even before the season. That dude right there is going to be huge in big-time games this year for the Suns.
Yeah, we've seen him recently prove invaluable as Harris backing down that time with an easy turnaround. Yet we really haven't seen each one catch fire from three the way he is capable of. His book gets banged around inside. The more the better as he gets the finish and the foul. Well, you can see Philadelphia is intent on not allowing Devin Booker to have his way with them as he's had in the last several matchups.
Yeah, you got to be patient, right? And the Suns were patient in that first quarter with Philly, and it seemed like Philly was dominating. They were up, I think, higher with about 7-8 points. But yet, you look at the scoreboard. Suns are up by 1. Oh, and better yet, Suns shooting 55%. Philadelphia shooting 42%. And you would not have thought that looking in the midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and you said the key word there, and it really is reflective of this team, is just patience. Even when they've given up some big numbers, big quarters, big shooting halves, going back to what we touched on earlier, they have the patience and resolve to know that they can and will get it corrected. Cameron Payne inside. That'll get blocked by Embiid, but score the hoop. Goal 10.
Campaign has to continue to do that. That's his asset. Is get off of that high screen and roll, get to that rim. Being left-handed gives him a distinct advantage at the rim.
Harris trying to work down on Bridges. Can't get the first, but quick tip in.
And the reason why I say it gives them an advantage is because most guys are used to guarding guys that's right-handed, and they play defense that way.
Book able to blow past Green and get inside with the left-hand finish. Suns by 1. Good timeout on the floor before the shot. 3:43 to go here in the first half. Little Saturday afternoon Suns hoops.
Crystal clear like a meteor. All the time it's like I'm beating them.
Team trying to find some space inside. DA couldn't hang.
I was fighting my pillow.
Certainly more contact when you're hopscotching, I'm sure.
I mean, it literally looked like Jay Crowder was patting him on the back, like, good job, you beat me. Good job, man.
Right.
Your bucket. And they called a foul on that.
Yeah, Jay is hot, and for good reason. Boy, he was so huge the other night coming off the bench. 14 rebounds, a season high for him. But then it was his defense on Giannis. And Jay will stay on the floor.
Yeah, and that's the funny part, right? Because he was very upset at not getting the call. He thought he was going to get checked in for. He started walking toward the bench. He was going to talk to the official one more time. He saw he wasn't going out. And then he hopped up and down like, okay, I'm good.
Little victory celebration of sorts. Book probing the defense. Step back. Got it. He's in double figures with 10. Got 19 different players who have scored a point in this one. Just balance across the floor. Simmons.
You know, people get caught up in the fact, okay, Ben Simmons doesn't shoot. But he can score.
Right.
I mean, so
there's a difference.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Can't score, can't shoot. Simmons, 9 of his 16 have come here in the quarter. He's trying to take things over a little bit.
How many big guys you know can do what Embiid just did? Now, that's on Chris Paul. He guarded Chris Paul at the three-point line, chased him, and still bothered him on the shot. I mean, and that's why he's up for MVP. I mean, you take a look at this. Look, he's guarding Chris Paul here. Most big men Chris Paul's by, and then he recovers as he fades away and gets a hand up. I mean, that's why people have been disappointed with Embiid at where he has been over the years in regards to his conditioning, because they know if he's in shape, he is the best center in the game.
Spent the offseason in Philly working on his moves, getting in better shape, working one-on-one full court with the Sixers assistants for better than 2 hours. He hired a chef, a nutritionist, physical and massage therapist.
Did he hire somebody to beat him up when he didn't want to do all those things?
Well,
put him in a room and beat him up.
Probably one or all took a few turns at it. But that play, as you looked at it again, EJ, in the past, he would have stopped there at the paint. Mm-hmm. As he gets an elbow right into the chest of Dario, and Dario is going to get hit with a foul. But boy, that's a tough one right there. That'll be 2 fouls on Saric. That's a close one, because you could see the free arm of Embiid.
He kept it in close. He didn't extend it, and I think that's why he got away with it. And then for Dario, look, that's good. You know, it's good defense, but it's really nothing he could do once Embiid got past him a little bit. They're going to call the charge because, you know, he wasn't really established right in front of him.
Embiid, first in the league in free throw attempts per game at nearly 11.5 per game. He's fourth in the league in scoring. But he's also first in free throws made per game at 9.7, and on pace to become just the second most all-time by a center, behind the great Wilt Chamberlain, who averaged 10 makes per game back in 61 and 62.
And here's the amazing part, right? Because in an era where the center has been kind of erased because of the analytic way of approaching the game, this year, Nikola Jokic, Embiid, and I would say LeBron are right there in regards to the front runners for MVP. When's the last time you saw two centers up there as front runners?
Dario, great job. Kind of stumbled, but was able to maintain that pivot foot and snuck it up with a beautiful reverse. And Dario has looked sharp thus far in his 9 minutes on the floor.
Yeah, he stepped back on the court in shape, ready to go.
Well, and I think that's one of the keys here with this Suns team, this training staff. As Book on the drive, gets a tough left-hand finish.
He's with one of the best left hands that the league has seen, and that's the beauty of Devin.
But, oftentimes, and, we're all guilty of it, wanting to rush a guy back, EJ, but you take 2 extra games to get yourself fully ready to play, and you don't experience those big gaps, and which could go a long ways in really hurting your confidence once you do return.
When you're in shape, you're confident. When
Right.
you're out of shape, you lack confidence, and and it feels like you're carrying an elephant on your back.
Got a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here you'll try to work for the best shot. Suns by 2. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times and ultimately gets the tip in. And that is the way the first half will come to a close. 10 times, 11 lead changes. And we're all knotted at 53.
Welcome into your American Express halftime report. I'm Allie LaForce with Dennis Scott. We're going to go to break quickly, but 1 or 2 comments before we really start breaking down this first half of 3 days.
I'm glad it's a good game, and both teams are trying to figure out, how do I keep a lead? Because the lead's been going back and forth.
It has, and really high-quality attempts at the rim between these 2 teams, which I love. All right, here's your full box score from the first half in Phoenix. We'll break it all down when we come back.
charge. That's a close one because you could see the free arm of Embiid.
He kept it in close. He did. Extended, and I think that's why he got away with it. And then for Dario, look, that's good. You know, it's good defense, but it's really nothing he could do once Embiid got past him a little bit. They're going to call the charge because, you know, he wasn't really established right in front of him.
Embiid, first in the league in free throw attempts per game at nearly 11.5 per game. He's fourth in the league in scoring, but he's also first in free throws made per game at 9.7. And on pace to become just the second most all-time by a center behind the great Wilt Chamberlain, who averaged 10 makes per game back in 61 and 62.
And here's the amazing part, right? Because in an era where the center has been kind of erased because of the analytic way of approaching the game, this year, Nikola Jokic, Embiid, and I would say LeBron are right there in regards to the front runners for MVP. When's the last time you saw two centers up there as front runners?
Dario, great job. Kind of stumbled, but was able to maintain that pivot foot and snuck it up with a beautiful reverse. And Dario has looked sharp thus far in his 9 minutes on the floor.
Yeah, he stepped back on the court in shape, ready to go.
Well, and I think that's one of the keys here with this Suns team, this training staff. As Book on the drive, gets a tough left-hand finish.
He's one of the best left hands that the league has seen, and that's the beauty of Devin.
But, oftentimes, and, we're all guilty of it, wanting to rush a guy back, EJ, but you take 2 extra games to get yourself fully ready to play, and you don't experience those big gaps, and which could go a long ways in really hurting your confidence once you do return.
When you're in shape, you're confident.
Right.
When you're out of shape, you lack confidence, and and it feels like you're carrying an elephant on your back.
Got a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Then you'll try to work for the best shot. Suns by 2. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times and ultimately gets the tip in. And that is the way the first half will come to a close. 10 times, 11 lead changes. And we're all knotted at 53.
Welcome into your American Express halftime report. I'm Allie LaForce with Dennis Scott. We're going to go to break quickly, but 1 or 2 comments before we really start breaking down this first half of 3D.
I'm glad it's a good game, and both teams are trying to figure out how do I keep a lead, because the lead's been going back and forth.
It has and really high-quality attempts at the rim between these 2 teams, which I love. All right, here's your full box score from the first half in Phoenix. We'll break it all down when we come back.
Epic throwdowns, all the crazy step backs,
Into the bag and tricks.
all the game-clinching threes.
62.
They give it their all to be at the top of their game, but you make them all-stars. NBA All-Star Voting presented by AT&T. Go to NBA.com/vote today.
You're watching the American Express Halftime Report. Support a local restaurant tonight. Order in, help out, shop small.
Joel Embiid has 15 points and 6 rebounds. He has 1 assist, 3D. You're looking at it. Full court to Simmons for the dunk.
Worry about the three-point shot. No, do what you do and made you the number 1 pick. That's attack.
Big butt, but not big buckets for Ayton, who has traditionally lost the battle between Embiid, and the first half is trending in that direction. As great as Ayton is for the Suns team, this is just not a matchup that favors him 3D.
No, it isn't, and I think Ayton has to find a way on the offensive end to be more aggressive, because we talked about in the pregame show that Doc Rivers has put this confidence in Embiid where I need you to attack. You see him in the post here, you shoot the 3. The double team doesn't come fast enough. That's why he's 5'11" from the field. That's why he's having his way. So somehow in this halftime speech, Monty Williams has to empower Ayton. Big fella, you got to go back.
The guy that the 76ers
To go back and Embiid and try to get him in fouls. But right now, he's having his way.
One bright spot for the Suns has been their bench, it's been a seamless transition when we've had substitutions in this game so far. You look at the bench points.
guy that the 76ers
American Express Half. American Express Half.
the guy that the 76ers really relied on early in his career. The guy that the 76ers really relied on early in his career.
Yeah, he was in double figures 6 straight in January when they were dealing with the shorthanded roster. As good looking drive and finish there from Harris as the final seconds of the opening quarter tick away. And the Sixers enjoying a lead by 5, 28-23. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Fox Sports Arizona.
American Express.
turn.